Desist.
I'm your host of the most, Lunchbox, and here we are with my favorite member of DI. Don't tell the other Freddies.
Yes.
They're all named
I am
Freddy.
by far the
Azriel.
whitest and therefore most superior member.
That's right. You know,
Except
I like.
for Angel. He's
I
white
like
on
my.
the inside.
I like my tag team partners like I like my women.
White?
And this right here is Ref Danielle from what company?
From UEW.
It's on her arm.
Oh,
How did you say it?
Backwards.
UEW! UEW!
There's something wrong with the.
Sorry,
you
they
know what?
hate me.
It's this.
they really like
Justifiably
you.
so.
Cease and desist.
Ask CJ, is that better?
I'm totally
Can you hear me now?
good.
I think
Oh,
it's
can
just
you
on the
see me now?
phones too that it does that. Brian Chansey says hello.
Hello, Brian Chansey, friend
Oh.
of the program.
Joey the Bull is watching, but he's not in attendance, so he's fired.
Joey the Bull can roast in hell.
It would be very tasty after he was done.
You know,
see how
Yes,
big that
apple
man
in the
is?
mouth. You'll feel
Was Joey the
fat.
Bull in action this weekend? Did he do
Joey
anything?
the Bull was there, I believe.
Yes.
He was the boulder that.
He was
you
the
know,
bull.
He was the boulder that covered the cage, like, you know, the great boulder of that one mythical creature, Jesus. You know, they put the boulder in front of his cave.
You might as well pray
Oh
to
my
Lord of
goodness.
the Rings. Mighty Elrond, my savior! I praise be to you. The only God that matters is white Jesus. And I'm right here, baby. Ha ha.
Oh my goodness, you're too much.
Speaking of too much, there was UEW, and I've heard there was just too much
So many
blood.
shows.
So, well,
That
there were
was
so many
the
shows
So many
on,
shows and so much
on
blood.
January
Oh my god.
27th.
To enjoy.
But
You know
first, let's
what?
talk about UEW, since we have the ref of UEW.
Can you throw up that picture real quick?
Why do you need a referee? You don't have any damn rules. Like, what
Right.
do you do?
Yeah, show it.
You count
Well,
1, 2,
You
3.
count to
Yeah,
three.
pull it up.
That's all the women can do is master the 1, 2. Oh, Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Yes, there's
Sweet baby
there's,
Jesus. Is that
Mr.
Fern?
Owens.
That's
You
Fern
can barely tell.
Owens.
Yeah.
He was fun to pick the glass out.
Yeah,
He-
he got pretty beat
He
up
got.
there.
I think he was the most beat up at the end of the night.
He looks like the unfortunate
Well, I don't
Indians
know.
chief,
BC was.
you know, that's going to get removed
Looks like
from
Passion
Indians.
of Christ had a sequel.
Yeah. Okay, you can go back to
Dear
you,
God.
Mama.
Yeah, there was
Delicious.
a lot of fun weapons. We
Mhm.
had boars with
Oh,
carpet
gosh.
tacks, and
Oh.
those just happened to the nails that were in those just happened to get stuck in the back of BC Killer's heads
That was gross.
in reverse, so
Yeah.
flat side in.
Yeah, flat side in.
That was very entertaining. Mr. Tony Boy Fury, who you guys saw last week, he got a couple of staples
staple.
to his head.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
so bad.
We had.
I think our definitions of fun is totally different.
I love it. It's my fun.
I
It's
love
entertainment.
helping. I don't know. I would have a Lego death match, but I don't know if I could do like a.
I'll do a goldfish
wire
death
death
match,
match.
just like, you know.
I enjoy blood,
the-
but that's not the bodily fluid that I enjoy having fly out of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can attest to that.
Ah, yes!
Ah.
We've got some comments here. Joey the Bull says, "Don't make me break out of my cage and come take you down, vampire. Do you like what?
Joey the Bull chased me. He gonna mess around
Something
and have a
about
heart attack, asthma attack, or something. You gonna can't fall over. What do you have? Sickle cell or something?
The Shade says, "Ouch."
What does the BC and
Oh,
BC killer
okay.
stand for? Does he kill BCs?
Body count killer.
Killer.
Oh, Jesus,
Yeah.
that sounds
That's why when
very
he comes
good.
out, people chant "body count." You know, that's why.
Wow,
Yeah.
we can't really tell what the fans.
I was like,
We can't really tell what the fans of UEW really chant at, you know.
I don't
Any
know.
given time.
Yeah,
Any good-
they're
yeah,
just.
it's-
Rah, rah, rah,
A
rah,
lot of them
rah,
wheeze a
rah,
lot
rah.
because they're pretty heavy.
Yeah. I'm not talking about the heavy
I'll see
hitters
you all
either.
soon somewhere.
The front row mafia.
Please don't yell at me.
They're good people.
I'm very nice.
There's one front row mafia member that would appreciate this jersey very well. What is it?
Which one's that?
I don't know,
think
the
any
big
of 'em-
orange looking one that looks like a giant airhead.
Oh, the Dolphins fan?
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Is-
yeah.
Dolphins versus
Because
Patriots.
Dolphins like to sink.
They're always belly up. And I
That's
like
funny.
I do like the Patriots. They're like the heel faction in football. You know what I
And
mean?
Raul
College
says, "Nice
days.
background picture." Hey, thanks for taking it.
Yeah, thanks for his picture.
Video credit to Raul for being awesome at taking
Raul
pictures.
is excellent at
He is.
photography.
I always keep his photos on my Facebook.
I don't ever see. a lot
The
of
only
of me
photos I
with
have
the
of
fuck.
me in the ring are from
From
Raul.
Raul.
I keep his photos enlarged on my bedroom wall.
He
so
does.
I can look at myself.
He has them in both.
CJ says,
because,
"No one appreciates that jersey." Followed by
No.
Joey the Bull saying, "Let's go Eagles."
Boo. You're a Steelers fan. You should have some pity. Like, why would you go for another team? Like, when the Patriots weren't in the Super Bowl, when it was like the Panthers and the Broncos, I went to my friend's house and I was dabbing and not that stupid dance, and I was just watching, hoping both teams would lose. And unfortunately, Panthers got their asses kicked, and Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl, which sucked.
But what does that have to do with wrestling?
Nothing. You were talking about the jerseys, and I'm just saying, you should have some pity.
I'm just saying.
Cheering
Boo
for another
football.
team.
Yay, wrestling.
Go wrestling.
Go wrestling.
Because wrestling's.
Support indie wrestling.
What else happened at UEW? Tell me more.
Well,
You had the best seat in the house.
I did.
I was
In the
busy.
ring.
Yeah, in the ring, right?
Yeah, we had a battle
We'll
royal
get to that.
with surprise visits.
Yes.
Which we were
Oh
not
my
ready for the
gosh.
comeback sub.
Kruger came back. I
Kruger
told you all. I
and
told you.
The Insaniac, who we have not seen in over a
Yes.
year, either one of them. So it's been, it was a very eventful one, and Insaniac actually went over and was able to join one of the first round death matches.
Yes.
It was pretty awesome.
So awesome.
So who, if you remember, because the
I
match.
don't remember a lot.
All right, so I was
It was
gonna
a long
ask,
night.
do you remember who advanced, or can you just give us a shortcut?
Do you
and
know
tell
how
us
many
who won the
rounds there
tournament?
were?
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
Oh, was that?
I can
Oh.
tell you who won the tournament.
All right.
Yeah.
And I can tell you who walked out, normal, and who walked out like, oh,
Yeah.
someone carry me.
Well, let's get that report in. The injury report.
Well, Eddie Carnage was the winner.
Do we have a picture of him to show
with
we
his
the?
trophy.
don't have one pulled up,
Sage
but pretty quick.
Yes, there was
Picture.
Sage Sin
Yes.
against Max X in the 3 Rings of Hell.
Yeah.
And that was insane. The first match was a Falls Count Anywhere match, and they were all over the building.
Oh my goodness, doing flips off a railing
Yes,
and everything else.
The second match was a death match, pumpkin patch death match.
Yes.
Gotta love those. Pumpkins and thumbtacks, baby. That's
Great
great
combination.
Real
combination. Great
pumpkins?
time. Huh?
Real pumpkins?
Real pumpkins,
Real
fake pumpkins,
yeah,
whatever you
fake
can get your hands
whatever
on.
kind of pumpkins you can get your hand on, we're there.
They're out of season, Danielle. It must be terribly
There was lots of plastic pumpkins.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Paper mache pumpkins. I think one was made out of metal.
Oh.
Yeah, it looked like. You
and
never
then
know what's gonna
there
come out of like
Jesus.
Twisted Tanky's tool shed
Yes,
and
Tanky's was
the things that Sage comes up with are insane.
That boy ain't
so.
right. I've seen him bring stuff, and it's like, what do you mean with this? Let me
My
just slit
favorite
my
is
own
his
throat.
like scythe. That's a knife that he
Yeah.
has to
Oh,
have a
that
cover on
thing's-
it because that's.
That thing's insane. Like,
Dealing with women is many stages of hell, as you can attest to, Angela, too.
And
Very moody
I would
sometimes.
no. My experience with the current woman is mighty fine.
Ah!
I
see how you are.
Yes.
What the hell? Wait, no, put that one back.
You may.
I'm looking at some of the.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus, put that one in. Oh, go back. Oh,
Yeah.
I want the one
Dude.
with all the spikes in. There we
Yeah.
go.
There we go.
Move,
Oh,
Danielle.
adjust-
Oh, wait,
Move that
wait,
chair.
the whole chair.
She's don't worry. She's gonna adjust.
Okay, how the
Okay.
hell did that happen?
Look at.
Well, you
What
see, what they did was
grow out of
they took these what are they
They're
skewers, and they tap them into the top of your head, like they bang down on them until they stick.
Yes.
Are
Yeah.
they trying
And
to
then they pull them
barbecue?
out, and then you bleed because they went into your head.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
And you
science.
don't want those to get broken off. I've removed
And it's not
one from
fun
somebody
to
that was
step
in there
on
for like
those
2
either.
months.
Oh.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. They're gnarly.
Azrael's pretty hardcore. Azrael grabs the headlock with these big ass arms right here, and the whole
With
front
the-
row can just enjoy that for a good 10 minutes.
Those
until I
are
decide to do
those are
something
weapons
else.
right there.
Oh, here we go. We've
Certified
got
weapons.
some more comments here. We've got some people chanting for the XFL, which is making its return.
That's so
Joey
good.
wants
Go
to
Pats.
mention. Oh gosh, I'm not saying that. Never
The
mind.
RKO that I do is very dangerous. You know,
Yeah.
we put that
I'm
over.
not really-
Waul
Shit.
says, was so good to see them come back. Biggie says, Azrael looks like my probation officer and Angel looks like my drunk cousin.
Very true.
That is probably very
Home
accurate.
410.
Let's see. We've got Richard Ramirez says, tell Angel who would win in the prime, The Rock or Roman Reigns.
The Rock.
Duh.
Vince McMahon.
Well, it depends on who, you know.
Put that one of them clubbering each other.
Yeah,
up
I wanna
behind
see
me.
that. I
Where's
wanna
that
see-
lightsaber fight go on.
That's like
Oh, and
Star
Biggie
Wars
also
Episode
says
9.
Danielle is the toughest person in the room. I agree with you.
I am the toughest person.
Who says that?
I don't know. I have been kicked in the balls a couple
So
times.
that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was Carnage against Supreme in a lightsaber match. Those lightsabers actually lit up. A fan, I believe a fan,
Someone.
really fans?
made
They want you
those.
to get-
That was crazy. Those actually lit up.
Your
They were
fans are very
insane.
creative.
And at that time, I was actually a fan, so it was probably about 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Or longer, 4. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
it was
since-
before my
I've
time.
been in the ring for a while.
I got to see
so,
pictures.
Yes. I was actually there in the front row for that one. It was great.
I don't know. I knew from early in my career that I wasn't really a deathmatch guy. So whenever I heard UEW, that's all I thought it was. So I never really okay, well.
Oh, see, UEW was the first show my dad took me to out here after I moved out here, and I'd never been to anything like that. I'd only been to like Midwest teeny tiny shows, you know. So I went to that and I was like, oh, what's this? What's this? What is this blood?
Good old country boys beating the
blood
shit out
everywhere.
of each other.
Oh, Joey the Bull says La Raza and the Felines did have a death cage match with Goldfish
Yes.
Tax and Bob Yarnwire. Explain.
Cardboard boxes, mousetraps.
I don't know.
very
Was it
extreme.
yarn?
There
Was it really yarn?
goldfish.
I think it was yarn. I'm
Yarn?
not 100%
Cardboard
sure.
boxes and mouse traps.
I saw
Yarn.
I saw the mouse traps. That was. Whew.
Mousetraps aren't fun.
Poor
No.
Freddy Flores. I don't like him when he's La Raza, so, you know,
That is very
Fuck.
confusing.
screw it. Let him be.
Everybody's a little confused.
Oh,
Oh.
right?
Well,
You
speaking.
should.
Sorry,
Yes.
producer D just gave me like a
We have
crazy
more
little
footage.
reminder. No, we actually have a special guest.
I'm
Not-
giving him the 2-minute warning
Yeah,
to
not
remember.
necessarily coming in, but this is our first time doing a video call with them.
I mean, he might as well be coming in. It's like he's here.
Technology.
Technology is
Witchcraft.
great. We
Nice.
finally learned how to use it, guys. You guys get to
You guys
view
get to
our splendor of amazingness.
you guys get to be our guinea pigs. This is the first time we're doing it live.
Yes.
I'm making sure he's ready. And
Are you
Danielle,
good?
I think
Cool.
thank you for
I'll be
coming.
around.
Yeah,
I'll be around.
we might have you
You
come
need
back
me back?
to give us a little more insight about
He hasn't connected yet, so that's why you need
yeah, I
to
just
see.
messaged him.
Okay,
Yeah,
Alright.
he's just logged in.
cool. So
Next
he's
up,
about
Elle's coming
to.
back, like while I'm
Yes.
waiting.
So by the time you
go on
it.
Black-
Football,
it's-
looking at each other with chairs. Like, what are we
Black
doing?
History Month is coming back. You know,
The shortest
your favorite-
month that I'm
your
going to gloss
favorite
over
month.
that real quick. You know what I mean?
You know
I
what?
don't
Go
what
ahead.
anyone ever did for
We do
anybody.
have a.
Oh, Jesus!
There he
Witchcraft!
is.
What magic is this?
There's so many of us.
We're looking at a
Our
seeing
technician
stone.
is gonna try to play with this a little bit.
You know what? There's 2 Blitzo jerseys. I'm happy with that.
if the viewers can still hear us.
Okay. So viewers, let us know if you can still hear us. Trying to make sure everything's going. Hi, Shade.
How you doing, bruh?
What is up, everybody?
We can hear you, so that's all that matters, I guess.
All right. Hello, the shade.
How
Hello,
are you?
sir.
How
I'm
are
doing
you?
good.
You doing good? I'm glad.
What's
Yeah.
new, Deshade? Anything happened in Las Vegas lately? Any news of importance? Anything new in your life?
Trying to give me in trouble, huh? Trying to give me in trouble. Okay.
Pursuing
we recently
opportunities.
had,
Las
Vegas. You guys were out there. Somebody tried to
Hold on, we got some sound
Some
difficulties.
feed, yeah.
It
Yeah.
was askew.
Mhm.
Yeah. See, like I said, viewers, you are our guinea pigs. This is
Yes.
the first time. Oh,
There we
Now.
go. We fixed the picture. Now we just gotta
there you go.
get that sound better.
It's the connection.
Hmm.
Okay.
Come to the.
Well, it works
wrong
best when
kinda
you have
dab.
headphones and.
Okay.
But-
Give the talking another try.
There
Nice!
you go.
Ah,
Yeah,
come
I have
on.
no tattoo.
No, wait. Go,
Patriots.
listen.
Patriots.
yeah, there you go.
There we go. We can hear him. All
Okay.
right.
You hear me
Continue
now?
with your tale.
And then we'll get into
So we just had a Battle of Las Vegas,
Yeah.
which you guys were out there for.
Yes, we
I
were.
did my very best, and we were ousted in quick fashion, I believe.
Yeah.
Early entry and exit.
Oh yes.
Well, we got.
Yeah, Big Tank is no joke, is he?
That was a lot of 400 pounds falling on my chest. My nipples are very bruised.
Yeah, you can't. That's not a shirt. That's all bruised still from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
from.
shirtless.
That's all bruising from a big old tank right there. Just dropping. However.
And I
many
saw the
pounds.
shades hands that you were doing.
What was that?
How are you doing from Tommy?
Ah,
Oh,
man.
the dick flip.
You know, it wasn't a dick flip. It was a dick choke slam.
Okay.
I tried to do a dick flip. Being a
You
student
failed.
of Joey Ryan, I thought magically be able to do it, but you know, one day I'll face Tommy Purr again. I've been training. I've been making my dick nice and strong. I've been doing all the cock push-ups, the sit-ups, and having my trainers punch it. Ta-ta! Ta-ta!
The pull-up bar for the new guys.
Ta-ta!
So you
For
want
the
to
guys commenting, we know. We
That's-
just don't have the right kind of headphones. So you're fine.
You know,
That was
that's.
Lucha Extreme.
Oh, how was that? Yeah.
Lucha Extreme was very, very entertaining and on the fly type of thing.
Very cool.
But that was out in Hanford.
Harvard, what? You know, you gotta let the fans. All right, you gotta let the fans know that you're from Vegas, so that's like a long.
That's a commute.
Yeah, that's.
I'm from Vegas, Joel. 6 hours to California, to throw some more shade.
To throw some more shade.
Well put.
And how long have you been wrestling, Deshade?
Year and 5 months.
Where'd you get your start? Where did the shade start? What school? What was your first?
The shade started in Vegas at Big Valley.
All right. Is that like? Did they have their own school training?
Correct.
All right.
Who's the trainer at Big Valley?
Or who? For you at least, who was your
Like
trainer at the time?
I don't know.
When I started, the head trainer was Sin Bodie.
All right.
Ooh.
And then I was also trained by Beast the Butcher. I was stopped by at FSW. Get trained by World Win Gentleman. That's like a tongue twister right there.
Yeah. Right. Go ahead. Try it, Danny Coons.
Say again?
I said Danny Azrael.
And what'd you do before wrestling, Deshade? What adventures have you been on?
I was in the military. I went up to Reno for school. I did collegiate wrestling in high school.
Oh,
Wasn't too
okay.
good at that.
Okay. Me either.
I can't hit anybody with anything. I
Right.
also wrestled in college, and I don't understand. No one can help me. You know what I mean? I can't hit him with a chair. I don't know what to do.
I don't
I
understand
have
the
always
scoring.
been much better in the ring than I was on the mat.
I was always like, this
Always.
is bullshit. Why do I only get a 1 count? In TV, you get 3.
Right.
That is a big difference.
You can
Yeah,
One
they-
hand comes down. What? I had 2 more.
They did not like my attitude.
So, Deshade,
Yeah.
where else can we
Any-
catch you in
any
action?
Combative especially without my fist. I can't do it without my fist.
Right? So,
What was the
military.
question?
Oh, well, go ahead.
Where else can we catch you in action?
You can catch me in action at High Impact Wrestling out in Tucson, Arizona.
All right.
You can catch me back at Lucha Extreme. I'll be out there in February. You can catch me as well at Yuma March 24th for Bolt Wrestling. And that's the dates I have set in stone right now.
And that's like, those are all commutes for you, aren't they? Like, every single one of them is just, like, what's the shortest drive you got out of all of those?
Probably Yuma. I think Yuma's like 5.
Damn. That's
OCCW has a battle royal for its #1 contendership on February 24th, Deshade.
Boo.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, I'm just kidding. Tony Boy
Who
Theory
does?
says,
Yes.
I don't watch football at all, but just to piss you off, your team sucks, lol.
Who doesn't watch football, you communist pig?
Tony Boy Fury. It's
Ah,
all right.
Also,
it's
Freddie-
American.
His kind of
Freddie
football
Flores
like
says,
Galaxy.
I hate Danny Coons. Those are his exact
He
words.
doesn't mean that.
You know what? He's just a bitter man because you know who the president is.
Wouldn't you be bitter if you were Mexican?
I would be very bitter if I was
Thank
Mexican.
God.
I hate to pick a bone.
American, born and raised here. Just throwing that out there. That's what I was in ROTC, and that's what our colonel kind of drilled into us. Where were you born? La Palma. You're American.
What are your future plans, Deshade?
Well, now I'm going to add coming into OCCW and winning that Battle Royal. That's a big future plan now.
It's gonna be very hard
I
because
can
you
date
know,
again.
Some of
Divine
us are
Intervention are gonna be in there.
We're gonna be in it. And we're big and strong.
Do you guys know the location of that yet? What venue? Has that been announced?
I believe the dojo, the OCCW dojo in Stanton, California.
It's gonna be very hard to do a rumble in there.
Freddie Flores says Puerto Rican fools. Just like that. Puerto Rican
I
fools.
wouldn't admit to that either,
See-
truth be told.
Yeah.
All I have to do is pick up one person, throw them at another person, and toss those two out. And repeat, and repeat, and repeat, and I win.
We're pretty.
Battle
We're pretty
royals are
big.
very difficult. I have
Yeah.
not fared well in my battle royal appearances.
Well, that's because we've always been divided, but this time we're smart, you know.
Let's just roll 1 and 2 and wait for everybody.
Yeah. This is-
Success!
Maybe
That's what I used to do in the video games.
Now,
there's 4 people in Divine Intervention, right?
Sometimes it's more. You know, just depends on where we're
As
at.
many as I need.
You know, there's no ethnic code if you want to join. You know, you just gotta.
Yeah.
You just gotta go through
I
some
can't do
trials.
that. I don't have the facial hair for that.
Have you seen Freddie Flores or Freddie in Freddie Helmer?
Freddie Havoc, who also isn't here,
Look.
said that would be really hard to do in the
He-
dojo. Well,
He
they've
can
done it
grow
before. I'm
hair, I
sure they'll
can't.
do it again.
Sorry, what was that?
I said he can grow hair. I can't. But what I can do is bring the Sour Boys because there's 4 of us.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That was
Now,
actually
who are the Sour Boys?
that was actually one of my next questions was, who are your traveling buddies? Because I know traveling alone is a bitch. Just throwing that out there. So like, you know, you gotta have people to roll with. Obviously, I roll with Di. So like, who is it? Who are the Sour Boys?
Mine consists of the Sour Boys. There's Shaggy McLovin. There's the Predator Austin Hunter. There's Hollow Point, and there's myself.
Very nice.
And why are you sour? Why aren't you happy? Why aren't you sweet? You seem like a nice fella.
Your hair looks very sweet.
Because we're like those Sour Patch candies. At first, we're sour, then we're sweet, but I like to stay sour.
Very well, very well.
I can't help but to be sweet because, you know, that's why they call me brown sugar.
Oh my goodness. Freddie Flores says, book that ish.
Right? The Sour Boys versus Di.
That would be, I would pay to see that.
California, Nevada,
We're down with that.
Arizona. It don't matter. We might as well just take this to
All
New
of the
England.
states.
Let's go to New England. Let's take this to New England. Catch a Patriots game next season. You know, it'll be a perfect little weekend getaway. The Sour Boys and Di.
like
Make
that.
another video.
We can wrestle with a halftime show.
That would be big business. I've
Right?
seen one wrestling match at halftime of the Super Bowl. Does anyone remember? Trivia question.
Do, 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 do. I don't.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
The Rock versus Mankind.
Which Super Bowl was
Empty
that?
arena. I don't remember what Super Bowl years, but it was at
Oh.
halftime. There was like 1 billion people.
That's right. The halftime. All right. Yeah. See.
Yes.
Jogging memories.
Yeah.
I
that-
am very old, so I remember
No,
these
yeah.
things. Yes.
They literally just beat the shit out of each other in an empty arena. It was like the funniest thing because you just heard everything.
And Mankind got pinned with a forklift at the end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that to one of these people.
As long as
Othello.
you.
Maybe I'll beat Othello like that.
Oh,
I
we
need a
should
forklift.
Othello or the Tank, one of the two.
No.
That's true.
No. We got the Tank. You know, it's a time game. All you have to do is just stick and move. Last time he jumped at him like a fucking.
You try to
like
pick a
spider
fight with the
monkey.
biggest guy and prove something. Make my mark.
You
Make my mark.
stick and move. You know, you got time on your side.
You can't
you
stick
just
and
run
move.
around.
It's not going to work. It didn't work for Macho Mouse. Macho Mouse almost died in that match.
Well, like he has his own gravitational pull, so it just sucks you right in. But you got to kind of fight that. You got to be the one, and I think you are. You can do it. You beat that
Oh my
man.
gosh.
Just keep dancing.
Just
You guys are
keep
too
on
much.
going, baby. Rope a dope.
Shane, does the
Rope-a-dope.
carpet match the drapes?
You can't ask him that.
The world wants to know.
Does it grow like that?
I got tile. I got ceramic.
Oh my!
That was a good rebuttal.
That's
That was a
It
very
looks about
good
the same
rebuttal.
color too, so that.
You know, he does wear the kick pads, the legs, the fuzzies.
Oh, I've seen those.
I
fuzzies.
love those. I can't wait to wear
Shane
those.
looks like it's big ballin'.
Now,
Do an episode of Cribs for me. Walk around. Show me where the magic happens.
yes.
Oh my
Show
God.
us that waterbed. We know you
How's
have.
Shane doing? You have books. You read. Azrael,
I will
don't
show you
read.
my favorite, the favorite part of this house.
There we go. Stripper pole. 50
Yes.
bucks. Let me $50. He's got one.
For those of you just
better than
tuning
the
in, we
food.
have Desist from Las Vegas on.
AKA dumb
Our
man.
first ever episode of Cribs on the show.
Oh wow! It's
Oh my
it's a
God,
room.
he's got food.
It's
You're
a room
rich.
full
Oh.
of food. Like us in
That's pretty
California,
cool.
Did you
don't know
buy
what that
that with
feels
my
like.
tax money? You better not have bought that with my tax money.
You're so bad.
I take that very seriously for some reason.
Oh man,
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
sweet.
We've got Tony Boy Fury says, I predict the Hurricane will show up to the OCCW Rumble and win it. I don't know about anybody else, but that would be awesome to see.
The Hurricane. I don't.
I don't think the Hurricane's gonna leave WWE.
Yeah, he just hit the Royal Rumble.
He's, you know, I
I ain't paying him that kind of
Which-
money.
if I had to bet, I bet you he would be the new. What are they? What is it?
Whoa, what kind of freaky
Commissioner?
stuff are you into?
What
Which
is
one?
that?
You know
Oh
what's usually strapped at the end of
Does
that.
Shane knows how tools work? Azrael is not very handy.
It's
I
like-
call AAA.
It's like a different version of Tool Time.
The light on it just adds so much flair.
What's your favorite book, Deshade? I see books behind you. There's a bookcase. Pretty sure.
Oh, we do have a question. A fan wants to know, what is your favorite wrestling moment?
Like his
Mine?
Yes.
personal career or as a fan. No.
Shade.
Ah, you, Deshade. You're the
No,
guest. Nobody
yeah.
cares about our opinion.
Yeah, they don't give us two
There you
shits
go.
about us. Your
What is my favorite wrestling moment?
as a fan and in career, as your career, just because I'm curious.
Ooh. Well, it's gonna have to be the American Badass Undertaker persona. Ooh. Oh, when he came back and decided just to destroy Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon, all of them. Came back on the bike. Everyone was like, "Who was that guy that kept fighting in the ring?" That.
See, that was my least favorite Undertaker, the American Badass one.
Me too, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I
You start
was-
just talking like this all of a sudden. You know. Not that I'm opposed.
Y'all
to
two are getting
commentary.
eliminated first.
You know what?
I can throw fisticuffs with you, boy.
I'm a fan of the Ministry one. You know what I mean? Like, and that kind of stems for if you look at Divine Intervention and the kind of shit we're trying to get to the point where we can sacrifice someone like the Undertaker did.
We do love the devil.
You know,
Love the devil.
I'm getting to that point. I don't know where we're gonna do it, but
What you could do is give Mikey O'Shea up as a sacrifice because I still owe him payback for him putting me through a table.
I remember that.
Mikey O'Shea.
Mikey O'Shea is an engine of destruction. He was in the BVW Battle Royal for like 40 minutes or something.
He was like the
He
king
threw
of
out
the
what, like
BBW
6
battle.
people?
He beat a
Something
lot
like
of people.
that?
He a
So
big
many
giant
people.
man. I hate him, but he a big giant man.
But
He took out half the competition. He was
There
like,
was
here you
only
go, clean
one
house for
person.
you.
And he beat
He
Sledge.
put me
pinned
through my
Sledge.
own
Got Sledge
table.
out of there.
he put you through a kid's table. But
Ah,
there's only
yes, I remember
there's
that
only
now.
one person that gave him 0 offense that whooped his ass.
Sacrifice that stupid jersey.
Who said that?
Freddie Havoc.
He's getting sacrificed. The referee, the Raider fan, shall be sacrificed first.
Tanky
I'm
says
delighted.
America
Raider
Badass
fan.
was the second best taker. Ministry is number one.
Ministry is definitely number one. I am a fan of the
Well,
stuff he did when he was
Oh, and if I want to watch Lucha Extreme, is there a television program I could watch or something?
My Central Valley.
Yes!
Every Saturday morning at the park.
I don't wake up that early typically, but I will DVR. And I swear to God I'm gonna watch you. I'll be pretty hungover, but I'm gonna watch what you do.
Joey the Bull says, "Yo, Shade, who's in the background? Are you being robbed? I just see somebody walking back and forth."
obviously as a butler.
They call it
He's a
on
big time
TV.
wrestler.
Is there a Mrs. The Shade? Come on!
This is who you see walking back and forth.
Hello, Deshade's friend. You're famous now.
Welcome. No, well now you're not famous.
Now you're behind
'cause-
Deshade's
yeah,
head.
you're.
And shoulder. There we go. Hello, everyone.
Say-
Wave to Deshade's friend, everybody.
Say hello.
Tanky
Hi,
wants to
the
know
Shade.
if the tool shed can make the cross for your sacrifice.
Is it weird to live with a wrestler? That's
you
gotta
want.
be kind of weird, right? Crazy stuff.
Is it weird? Is it weird to live with the wrestlers? They said that was entertainment.
Hey, free entertainment. It works.
My parents did not dig it.
I'm
when they lived
extra
with me. But
entertainment.
we enjoyed the time. Like, the time flew by. I didn't even know 15 minutes was already up, my friend.
Oh wow.
But we will definitely have you back on this show, especially after, you get a couple of these bookings in and you get us some footage of yourself, my friend, so we can show
Yes.
the world who Deshade is. Show them what you can do. We do have a match you can look up on our YouTube page where it's the Beautiful Alliance versus Divine Intervention.
Yes, we were in that match.
Yes.
And I got kicked in the head by an angry military man, so I don't remember half.
And I got kneed in the face by a man that was out of this world, so... Woo.
And it wasn't even my birthday, and not even my dad. But it's like, it took me back.
So you guys let me know about the Battle Royal match, and I'll come out there with the Sour Bills.
We will catch up with you soon,
For
I'm
sure,
sure.
for sure. I definitely want to see DI versus the Sour Boys.
That definitely needs to happen somewhere. Even Sean Black
We'll
with
make it
Impact
happen.
Wrestling.
Survivor Series.
All right. Well, thank you, my friend. And we'll definitely catch you later, all right?
Thank you.
Y'all
Sounds
come
good.
back now, you hear? Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Now we're
Oh.
Aww. All right. Not bad for our first video call, guys.
You know,
That was not. You can put a man on the moon. We're technologically advanced here in 2018. Some kind of witchcraft. I wouldn't have believed it even 30 years ago.
Now, if it would have gone perfect, we would have had those fancy headphones with the speaker on it, like the microphone. That's
Right.
Yes.
that's how you get the best sound quality.
well,
But-
now that we got all that technical stuff out of the way, now we can tell people ahead of time, make sure you get those headphones.
So Saturday, Hybrid Pro. The two of us are going to be coming down to San Diego at 2901 Nimitz Boulevard, and we are going to be lighting it up because no one gets higher than Angel Atu.
Nobody.
With the jumping off of the corner.
And the frog splash.
The elbow drops. And,
Did you catch my frog splash on Mikey O'Shea?
I did. I thought you might both die.
If, Freddie Havoc wasn't so slow with this count, I probably would have won. You know what I
Freddie
mean? Like,
Havoc was in lots of UEW matches where he got caned over the head repeatedly and finds counting to 3 a challenge.
so that's the only reason, Mikey O'Shea supposedly, according to the... Oh,
Also, fist combat on February 9th. If you can put that giant... Hello, darling.
we got a
Sit on
voice
down.
here. Now we got more viewers because of that.
I know. My pretty face.
Fist combat, February 9th. Teddy Hart versus Eli Everfly.
Let's get that
They're
behind
fighting
us.
over the vacated fist
Why are
championship.
you laughing?
Jarrell, Vegan Superman, will be pulling out, and it's going to be Teddy Hart versus Eli.
So,
I like the
I see- I
True
s-
Grit versus Pulp Fistin.
well, I see.
Yes,
Funny.
that is
It's gonna be great.
Sorry, that is Casey Douglas and Michael Hopkins as the Pulp Fistin. You know what I mean?
Fists.
With the punching, not anything else, you dirty pervert. And yours truly, I will be wrestling against Shonuff, the Shogun of Harlem. And you, Shogun, might very well be a master of Kung Fu, but I have taken the introductory month at every Taekwondo school in Orange County, and I am also a master of Karate.
I don't know. That guy's arms, though, are...
You have not seen Azrael work his man. He's like the guy that taught Batman. Look at that.
I
break the
taught
mic
Chuck
stand.
Norris how to
It's gonna chop it down.
sidekick. Ask me how many push-ups I
hi,
can
Nora.
How many push-ups can
I
you do?
know.
All of them.
I've deprived you
Oh.
of my beautiful face. I'm sorry. Also, Freddie Havoc says, for the record, I was protecting the fans from the cage falling on them. Good job. I thought he was supposed to be the ref.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, it happens sometimes, but you need to be there for my count.
So you were in charge of that, Freddie. Well played, sir.
Okay,
well
you're all
played.
commenting at once now.
Well, you did not build that wall very
A
well.
lot of people are asking stuff.
Oh, hello,
Tony
fam.
Boy says, I think that's supposed to say Jarrell is one of my first teachers. Love that dude, and I hope he's doing okay. Feel better, bro.
You'll get better.
But since Love is not in the
What
picture,
happened?
DI should be in the picture, right? Like,
He's
that's not something to laugh about.
EWF, February 2nd.
Huh.
Fidel's gonna fight a broom.
like, I want to see that. I
I
want to know.
guarantee you at least 3.5 stars out of this one.
You know
Fidel
what?
is a beautiful
I
stallion of
wonder.
a man.
I watched.
And the loser has to leave. How does a broomstick leave?
The broom's got no
Easy.
shoulders. I think this
Does
is
the
a
witch have to
trap.
fly on it?
Head and Shoulders. No. I seen King use it on Head in a match against Al
Vader?
Snow.
What?
Yeah, it was Jerry the King Lawler, and I think one of his midgets versus Al Snow and Head, and he put Head and Shoulders on Head's neck and pinned him 1, 2, 3.
We're just laughing at all of your comments.
Freddie Gabriel wishes to hit me with
You
a
have your
kendo
comments right
stick.
in front
Oh.
of you.
I'll lightsaber fight you at any place and time, sir.
Hey, as long as they light up like the fancy UEW one.
That seems very dangerous. What if I get electrocuted or something?
I'm
And that's,
sure
you
they
know,
were safe.
sometimes that's just
They keep a
the dangers
fire
of the job.
extinguisher close by.
Ground Zero is February the 3rd. That is
Ooh.
The same day as
One
Hybrid
promotion.
Pro.
Yes.
Right?
In San
Is
Diego,
it-
right?
So
in San Diego.
are they at the
also.
same time?
No, they're at different times.
Ooh,
so
so-
you can catch both. You
We
might
Instead of
see
picking
some
and
of us
choosing?
2 times that day. If
Oh?
my luck holds.
Oh my. You know, because I'm gonna be there
Yes.
at least at Hybrid, and I will try to be there if I can get access to the locker room area. We will climb walls, dig holes.
It's divine intervention. We are going places. You look at us. We're like if Ray Roses and Avalon got fat a little bit.
Just a little
that's
bit.
Pretty much. You
That-
know what I mean? We are working our way up. You know.
Hey,
We're
what happened
PP
to their
Ray
with
accountability
PH.
club?
What?
What happened to their accountability club? They were
Well-
all bulking up, and then all of a sudden they were just like,
And then where are the
I go to
results?
the gym. Yeah, look.
Where are the results of what happens when you stop being accountability club?
you know who wasn't accountable and had very poor kicks? Sasha Banks.
Oh yes, that was
I'm-
quite terrible.
I'm just saying, if I was in the ring with someone like Lita, I would be so embarrassed. I would probably never get in a ring again.
Maybe it felt like kicking her mom or something, and she
I
felt
d-
bad about it. You know?
She
That
didn't
could
even
be
make-
it.
You know what? We have
Yeah.
a clip. She didn't even make like contact. Like,
So
were
we have
you
to give
scared?
commentary on
I
this.
just- I don't
I
know.
think
Nobody's hit
so
her
we
that
don't get
hard
sued.
since Matt
Yes.
Hardy.
Don't sue us.
Yeah, we have to say stuff about it.
So can we
don't get
wait? Let's do
cease and
commentary
desist.
as. You want to be JR? I think you should be JR.
Oh,
Yeah, be JR.
fine.
You be JR. Right? All right.
Go
Let's
for
just
it.
go.
It's a slobberknogger,
Puppies!
Oh my God! King! Somebody stop the damn match!
Oh
They got
my
it open.
God!
Oh,
Puppies!
some of those found some air there. It seems like putting a little sunshine between the dear guys. Bone and shoe okay.
Puppies!
I've had toddlers kick harder than that.
But you know, like he said, you know, that's.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
not how they kick.
nah, I
Was
don't
she
know.
Snoop
tired?
Dogg did not teach you to be like that.
Was she winded from being in the ring? So I don't know.
No,
I would be very embarrassed.
You know what? It's one
I
of
mean,
those
to be
things.
fair, she wasn't looking at her. So
No,
maybe-
all right. So you get
Out
one
of
of
sight,
you get
out
those
of mind.
moments in matches where you're facing a vet and you're like, oh God, I heard stories about
Do I-
stiffing a vet. I don't
do I
want to get
stiff her?
stiff back.
Do I just
no,
pitch
you
out?
you get scared and then you like, you pull off and then they
But
go and then they
As
get
a
pissed
vet,
off
I would
and
be
then they
more
fucking
offended
no,
that
yeah.
you didn't make contact
No,
with me
exactly,
than if you
that's what
actually
happens.
like clobbed me. I don't know.
That's exactly what happens. They get pissed off.
If anyone
just
saw
like your dad.
Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar, look at that tape,
Oh,
and you can
that
see
was
the
bad,
exact
too.
moment where Brock Lesnar gets up and remembers he was UFC champion, and he ain't nobody to mess with.
That punch.
Bam! Bam, big fella! You do
Oh.
that again, and I'm gonna choke you out in front of everyone.
Deshade
God
says,
bless
just talk to Sour Boys and they accept. Yes. Good, I want to see that.
It's
I
on.
wanna see that so much.
No. No. Bad sour boy.
Better than being the salty boys.
So last week we had Chris Bay as our spotlight wrestler,
That's true.
and he did some pretty awesome stuff this weekend. So
Also running the same day as all those other shows was
Yes.
FSW out in Vegas, and
bam,
sweet baby Jesus.
that timing was.
You know, if we
Do it again!
I could do that if I really, really wanted to. Me and Azrael could do. If you come down to Hybrid Pro, you might see us do that.
That seems very dangerous. What if they got out of the way and let me just die?
Deshade says, ask for forgiveness later. Hit them. I agree.
Get hurt.
Followed by Fred Gabriel, who says, all I know is Mariachi Loco took kicking classes.
Ah, yes! Kicked him right in the face.
Yes, I've seen those kicks he's delivered to
Much
SoCal
better
Crazy.
than Sasha's. Nope.
Yo.
Fred Gabriel got kicked straight in the mouth.
Yeah.
Aw.
Ooh, man.
No,
they,
wins matches though, headlock.
Headlock's
Grind your
definitely
opponent
the best.
down. I don't need to jump
Just-
over no top rope. That's dangerous. Yeah.
you pop their heads like a pimple, and
You gotta grind
I've seen a
on
lot
your
of wrestling
opponent,
fans, and
everybody.
you know how to pop pimples. You know what I mean?
Those of you are nerdish, terrible people.
Bro.
Spending your mama's money on wrestling tickets.
No, that's a good thing. Yes, spend your mom's money on wrestling tickets. You steal the money out of her purse. You come to the wrestling event.
Speaking of stealing your mom's money for wrestling tickets, are you guys going to go to New Japan?
That seems very
My mom doesn't
expensive.
have that much money
like $1 billion
to steal. Yeah, I don't got that kind of yen on me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna watch it though.
I think we run in on the main. I think you run in on the main.
Well, 'cause aren't
get
there-
some finishes.
Their cheap tickets are like $150, right?
I think they're
Oh,
sold out. I believe. I saw
yeah, I heard
Scoville
they were gone
offering to
already.
do stuff for.
Naughty stuff in
Is
his
he- he's the brick
hot
guy,
tub.
No, it's a hot tub guy.
No, it's
Oh,
the
okay,
hot
the
tub.
hot tub guy.
Yeah.
I get those two mixed up for some reason.
Yes.
They're both super
No.
fans. Well, one of them kind of has a show, right?
No, yeah.
Right? Like
no,
he films
yeah.
stuff in his hot tub.
No, he goes to shows and he
That's what they call
he
hot
does
tub guy?
reviews. Yeah, he interviews wrestlers and stuff like that.
I'm sorry, I would never
Takes
get
them
in the hot tub.
You know,
Listen,
Bullet Club touches the tips of their fingers, but Divine Intervention, you know, we just touch our tips. We are true brotherhood, and not like the Bullet Club. So we are on the same page. We are in a mind meld.
And we would never turn on each other. Like
No, not
they
like
literally
yes.
turn on each other. Like what? Every
Haven't they had
every
like
6
4
months?
leaders?
They're like, oh hey, you know, you did such a good job, and oh finisher. Yeah.
I know, right?
New
Oh,
leader.
too sweet forever, too sweet
Yeah.
forever. Oh shit! Vince McMahon called me. I'm leaving in a week.
Let's see.
I would never do such a thing.
Never, because we have
Tony
class. We have
Boy
brotherhood.
asks,
We
how
touch
did the
tips.
OCCW show go? And Joey the Bull responded by saying the show was completely sold out. They had to find
Yes.
extra chairs.
If-
Blah, blah, blah.
If I'm not mistaken,
Line around the
OCCW
building.
outdrew
Every
all
other
the
show.
shows that competed against us, mainly because all the fans came to see Divine Intervention in singles matches. They're used to seeing all of us in one match, but that one night they got to have 3
I
matches
heard
of
people
us.
were just betting on if the cage was going to fall or not.
No,
And it
no.
did not. We got all the way
People-
through. I threw that cage was solid. I threw Guy Cool's entire body into it, into the whole side. I bounced his head off of it, and we were fine. He threw my head into it.
And nothing happened to not one fan.
We had about what 280, 200, over 250 people.
I heard we had
paid.
300 plus people.
It
Like
was standing room
seat-wise,
only.
Don't
body
tell
tickets.
the fire marshal.
Oh, I mean, we
I'm
had
pretty sure
We
The
had
maximum-
the exact
What
was the
number that the
capacity?
building
yeah,
was.
the exact
one
capacity.
under that.
So I believe, you know, we did pretty well for, you know, not being nominated for any kind of.
We never get
Awards.
nominated
Wait.
to a goddamn
Fred Gabriel
thing.
says lies.
damn
What are
it.
the lies?
It's, you notice all the people who won it were all ethnic.
I wanna read some
Probably.
comments.
He's
Yeah.
probably like,
These are all spelled terribly, by the way.
They
you
are.
bunch of morons.
Sometimes it's very hard to read.
Well,
those.
hey,
Go to a community college.
You know, don't blame it on them. It's the school system. You know, cutting fundings and shit. Like my nephew has another day out. Like he's had like 18 Mondays off. I was like, what the hell? was like,
Why?
they're just preparing you guys.
I heard the LA school system was like that though.
Brian Chansey brought 6 people to the show. Thank you, Brian Chansey. And
I
how did they
actu-
like the show? Was it good? Was I the favorite part of it, and why? Please discuss.
Well, speaking of the favorite part of it, you were. Oh, Heidi was one of the shiny highlights. She got a surprise match 2 years in a row.
Ooh. They actually gave Heidi a match?
Oh yeah, last year they gave her a match against a white little Salvadorian kid named Luis Tapia, and
I remember him.
yeah, she beat him, and then
Where's he been? I haven't seen him in
he's
a minute.
training with the elite to get to the very top, so he can come
Oh,
back
okay.
and come back strong. You know,
Makes sense.
Chris Bay says, hey, y'all. Hello, Chris Bay.
Hello, Chris Bay.
We have one
Congratulations
more-
on your new title.
no, oh, we didn't even show
It's
that
not.
clip yet.
It's
Yes.
not.
Oh,
Like it didn't say right.
They didn't say right.
Yeah.
No, that was
That's
like
what
the
that
best
means
part.
when you look at that.
I'm not on my Tinder. I am looking at the comments. but
accuse you of being on
I get that a lot.
He's not on Tinder. He's on Grindr.
I'm trying to
you
get
know what
new,
I mean?
uh,
Like
new
he,
fans.
he wants,
Always new fans.
you know,
At
and
least you're not on Twitch, right?
I was memorable for using my phone during the match. If you failed to see it, I am very fun and random, and I like to take pictures with my friends and show people that I am indeed fun and random.
on Snapchat. you
On
know.
my Snapchat.
You might get some
and Guy Cool.
inappropriate pictures some
wrestling
nights when he drinks
Snapchat,
too
or is it
much,
just your
but
personal?
It's mostly just for me and my nudes.
yeah, if you want to go on and
So,
see 50 Shades
Maybe
of
follow him on Facebook.
Azrael,
and not anything
you know.
else.
That would
go ahead.
probably be for the best.
Scary.
The
Unless-
best Azrael ever on Instagram with an EVAR.
What about you? What do we follow you on?
You can follow me on Facebook as Lord Atu or Angel Atu if you nasty.
And what's your Tinder profile under? Have a plenty of fish?
No, of course not.
He's on
I am a half believer.
farmersonly.com.
Yes.
Yeah, I love
can't
me
say
some.
white people only.
I
but
love me some.
White
I love
people
me some
only.
country girls. You know, just like Mickey James. I believe Logan Sarah. You know,
Oh
Nova
yeah,
King
she's
Reyes.
from Kentucky, right?
I want Alexa Bliss just to make Rudy cry.
Oh, that would be.
Speaking of Rudy, after his defeat at the hands of Othello, the Cleveland Indians have dropped Rudy Rogers as their mascot. They will no longer be using the pictures of Rudy on the hat and the jacket. They're going with something else now.
Are they gonna have Othellos like this on there? They're
That
gonna
would make
go.
a lot of sense. Yes.
What is it? The
too
Cleveland
much.
Assassins? Cleveland Criminals? What?
Something.
I thought he was the LA assassin.
Othello is the
Well,
biggest, most
but they're in
scariest
Cleveland,
man I've
so
ever
I
I'm
seen.
know.
saying-
So they would change it.
The Assassins? Yeah, because
They
they
wouldn't
dropped.
just put.
Because they're no longer
the
the
gray.
Cleveland Rudy Rogers.
I know.
They're gonna be the
They should
Cleveland
just change their
Othellos.
name. To the Othellos. I'm sure he'd love that.
I guess it works
Um,
too.
Well, you know, Ronda Rousey came out with Roddy Piper gear on.
She
That's
did.
pretty cool.
So I really hope she comes in as like a wrestler
dude, I hope she's a
and not like an
badass.
MMA, like the way Brock Lesnar was trying to do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, it gets boring after a while because you know it's just him punching the shit out of somebody.
Right. I
Or
hope she's
forearming them.
technical, you know, not just.
Well,
Well,
so
she's been
Entertaining.
training for like 3 years. at this point.
Forever.
Like, we've been
It
talking
took-
about
well,
this for quite a while
Her
now.
contract, they were working on her contract for over 2 years.
so I wonder.
So-
I wonder who because I've heard that Stephanie's been training to get into ring shape. So you think
I heard
that
that too.
because
She
they get
is in ring shape. My God.
Well,
oh
what
she's in
statuesque
MILF
woman.
shape.
Didn't they have a run in at one of the WrestleManias?
Yes.
Yeah,
It
she
was-
did.
yeah.
No,
Recently.
she did a slap right or
Yeah,
she
like
slapped
Ronda
the
Rousey
shit out of
slapped
Stephanie?
Stephanie, I believe. Yeah,
and
because The Rock
Triple
had
H,
come in.
right? Or
That
no?
was a Rousey. Ronda Rousey.
You're too much.
Yes.
Oh my God, there it is. There's her wrestling name.
I
Or-
hope that Ronda's better at wrestling than CM Punk was at MMA.
Whoa,
Give me that much,
you-
and I
you
will.
give him-
I will
But I
watch it.
agree.
You give
I
him
agree.
another shot, all right? He'll prove people wrong. He just had one fucking match, all right?
You know what was disappointing?
Give the best in the world a
He
shot.
should have fought the Green Ranger, man.
You
That
know-
would have been dope as shit.
You know what was definitely disappointing though? Not just Sasha Banks' kicks during that, because it was the first female Royal Rumble, you know. So it's kind of I was like, okay, this should be good, right?
Yeah, Candice LeRae should have totally been in it.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. That would have been cool. Is representing a T-shirt that's meant for what?
After Shinsuke Nakamura
It's-
won the men's and Asuka won the
Oh,
women's,
'cause
I,
your
for one,
boobies are out.
welcome our new
Oh.
Japanese overlords. I love
That
Japan.
is my
I love
favorite.
hentai. I love besiburo, Japanese besibol. You know, lots of bunting and stuff. It's better. You know, they have karate. They have wrestling. I love Japan.
Japan
Please
is
don't kill
awesome.
me.
But not old Japan, right?
No, not the bad one.
Fred
not the
says
Pearl
all she
Harbor.
did was put Steph in an arm lock and judo toss Triple H.
Well, like, you know, that's
He's
what
big.
that's what she's
Still-
going for.
still
But
cool.
like, yeah, she's
Still
gonna
cool.
work on it. Hopefully, she works
I
on it.
hope
I hope
she
she has a cool
comes in-
finisher, not a submission.
Not like the way Brie Bella came back.
Oh,
That was- I
she
was
broke
so
her nose.
disappointed.
That's fucked up. I'm sorry,
I
I
was
didn't
like-
mean to laugh, but that's fucked up. Her
I
own
had
sister
hopes
did that
she
shit.
was gonna come back and like be better, and you know she's had time to train. And no,
What was your favorite Royal Rumble surprise entrant this year?
I would have to say the biggest pop that I did was Hurricane, and then he got, you know,
yeah.
went
and
for
then
a
he
choke
got
slam,
thrown out
and
right
got,
away.
I was like, funny bit, but
John
don't
Cena
know.
ain't gonna help.
I
you
marked
with
out.
that.
my
And screw
my
you,
dad
Philly.
my dad fucking marked out for when Rey Mysterio came
Yeah,
out. And I'm not gonna lie, when I seen how he looked,
Exactly.
I was like, woo, he's gonna do some damage. He ain't here for one night only.
My
Hopefully.
brothers had bunk beds, and they used to tie like rope and string to it, and they would try to 619 us. So
You say try, so they failed many times.
many times,
All right.
many times.
How was that? Like, you know, was it blood?
It was fun. One time, my brother almost broke his arm. Like it got caught underneath him, and my other brother fell on top of him, trying to, you know, it was great.
Kids, that's why I say don't try it at home.
Don't try it at home, especially when you don't have proper ropes. You know, there was one time too, my brothers were fighting, and you know, my dad has the cowbell, right?
Yeah.
So my mom had this idea, well, I'm just going to tie their arms together until they learn how to get along, right?
Right.
My brothers had a Texas bull rope match in the living room.
It runs in the family because one of my first matches at OCW was a freaking Texas bull rope match with her dad.
That cowbell is incredibly
It
dangerous,
is
by the way. That has knocked
Stephanie
me half.
slapped
Oh my God! Can
Rock,
we get
Rousey
pictures
flipped
of
Triple H.
Angus? Like, the cowbell busted his.
Yes.
It was just blood ever.
blood pouring
That
out.
makes you-
Shade says, excuse me.
Oh,
Oh,
Vicky
that was
Guerrero.
terrible.
Vicky
That
Guerrero
was Vicky
came
Guerrero
back.
coming out.
That was so funny. That brought
I
back
marked
some
out for that,
memories.
but then like her trying to get out, I was like, they almost let her get away. They were like, oh no.
Now Vicky can hit a cue. Remember Rey Mysterio and
Eddie
Eddie
Guerrero?
Guerrero? 15 minutes later.
Tony Boy says he's glad that someone finally admitted Hurricane is awesome.
Who?
Do people bash him?
Yeah, like Hurricane is like
I've never heard someone say something mean about Hurricane.
he's
Kinda
all
fat.
like yeah, well he got fat, but like you know he's always been. I know he's always had that joke gimmick, but you know fuck it, you know he could have had no gimmick. You know he could have been like Canyon or any of those other guys that got dropped by the wayside.
Right.
Chuck Palumbo didn't like he went he took was it Undertaker's badass gimmick for a little bit?
Well,
when he
it's
started
not
coming
Yeah.
out at the end of
What's
his
okay?
career?
What's the worst gimmick you've ever seen?
Rudy
Oh,
Rogers?
so Blanco.
Poor
A
Rudy.
wrestling polar bear.
Yeah, that's almost as bad as a wrestling lion or tiger or whatever the hell his
Yes.
sexy partner was.
They should have had a bear, a lion, a tiger, and a bear.
Oh,
Oh my.
My.
You know, I once saw this worker. He was really, really green. He came out.
Was
I-
it super green?
No, he's funny though. I love his gimmick.
Hello, super green.
You know what? I still need a super green T-shirt. But no, this guy, he came out. I can't remember his name or what his specific gimmick was, but he came out in like this one-piece jumpsuit with this bright like pink and blue leotard, and he had like this fake weave on, and he missed every single cue, and then every time he went to like make contact, he would he would still kind of make contact, but it was like, are you trying to punch him in the neck? I don't know. I was scared.
I punch people in the throat all the time. Yeah, that's how I win. Then you can't breathe
But it was
good,
like
and then
he
I
was
stop.
he was trying to make it like gimmicky, like he was trying to like fall into the person like a girl would, like like it was. Yeah, I didn't understand it.
It's wrestling. Sometimes it happens.
Let's see. Real
Good
quick,
time.
I was
Well-
happy to see Hurricane. I mean, all he has been through, and that motorcycle accident. Ooh, he was in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, but that was. Honestly, that was like a couple years ago. That was a little. That was a while back. If I'm not mistaken.
RoboCop helped Sting before. Okay.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Shockmaster. Let me go. Shockmaster did not go as intended.
Did not.
Does anybody not know the story of Shockmaster that knows wrestling? Anybody?
I mean, I'm
know what-
sure
do you know
there's.
what that is?
I'm
I
sure
know-
there's
I know
people.
what that is, yeah.
If you're a longtime fan of WCW, John Tenta, who was once Tugboat, was leaning against a wall. They have a glittering stormtrooper helmet on the man, and he's supposed to burst through the wall and attack Sting and be like the new big Vader thing, right? falls asleep, falls through the wall, the helmet pops off of him, everyone sees who it is, and he became the biggest joke ever. You can buy the action figure still.
Yes, you can actually with the botch. You know.
It amused me.
I thought, you know who should take that mantle? Someone that really likes stormtroopers.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Tony Reyes.
Tony Ray should be the new
Does he
tugboat.
really?
He is like,
Star Wars?
it's
He
not
is-
Star Wars, it's specifically stormtroopers.
He likes mindless
He
drones.
loves stormtroopers. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's see. Robert says Sin Cara. Fed Gabriel says Adam Cole Baby was a nice surprise, along with
That was.
I'm gonna say that wrong.
Who?
Sin Almas.
Oh, I think-
NXT champion.
Yeah, the NXT
Yeah,
champion. That guy.
I said it wrong the other day too.
He was surprisingly low profile throughout that match, but he lasted a long
He
time.
did. He
Like,
stayed
Way
in
to
for a
go.
while.
yeah, he was in the background. He didn't try to do anything too major. Like, I don't know. He really knew his role. He should have done something really cool. Oh, well, he did. The Devil Lock DAT. He did that way more better
Right,
than I
right.
could have ever done. So
Let's see.
yeah,
Shockmaster was
I don't speak proper
tugboat
English.
and
You know.
tripped through a wall.
At least I don't say I am Groot.
That's what we were just talking about. Someone says they sell it on YouTube, so you can find it on. You can find just about anything on YouTube.
I've never done anything
except for
stupid
actual
like that.
hardcore wrestling.
I've seen some
Wrestling.
wrestlers do some stupid stuff,
Like what?
like
Get powerbombed onto a mousetrap. That was a
I've seen
bad
stupider.
idea.
Very bad, Mr. Flores.
Bad.
Very
Like-
bad.
jumping on a table that's on fire with thumbtacks and broken glass on it,
Oh, who
outside from a ceiling.
Leroy.
Yeah,
morons.
yeah.
Will UEW always be at the Santa Ana Elks Lodge?
No.
No,
Where else would it be
because
going?
the Santa Ana Elks Lodge is scheduled for demolition
No kidding.
in May.
Wow.
You shut the building
So-
down after a single show, did you?
No,
you guys
no.
spread that
However-
much blood on that place? They had to burn
You had
it
to blow
down?
up the whole building.
Jesus.
It was already scheduled for demolition. However, they do have a new building that is being put up just down the road. And I'm sure, UEW will announce when the time comes where their new location
Will people be thrown off of this building? I saw that once.
They've
Homeless
put
Jimmy
people
got
through
thrown
walls
off a building
before,
through a barbed
so
wire
I
table.
wouldn't be surprised. They're probably going to put people through windows.
Jesus.
Take out the doors,
guys
The
are
ceiling's
not
already
gonna-
pretty much trash, so just put someone through that too.
You guys are not going to make it past
Yeah.
another show. Like, they're going to be like, all right,
Headlocks.
well, you know.
Headlocks
what?
for championships.
They got I
That's
heard
what
they
I
got
heard.
blood like on a chair and on the carpet that they were trying to protect, and the guy was still like, "You're gonna come back, right?"
No.
Like he was so extra.
Instead of hiring like a demolition crew to tear it down, you guys just have like a freaking demolition show, and you guys should
And
be
just
responsible.
destroy the
Have
building?
matches and destroy the fucking.
They might let them do that. If they're
Dude,
gonna demolish
that
it
would
anyway.
save money, and it would be pretty
would
I like
probably-
where
show.
this is going.
They would probably have to
Alright.
do it like days before the
Divine
demolition.
intervention
Though.
will
They
be
wouldn't
down to
let you
destroy
do
shit.
it like.
I don't want to like get hit with anything crazy, but I'll hit shit
Let's
with crazy
see.
shit.
You can see Hardcore ECW on YouTube. Of
I was
course.
just kidding. It was a
Tony
joke
Boy says,
about
"Damn you,
hardcore
Danny."
porn, okay? Jeez.
And Deshade
Well,
says everyone messed with Slater. He's got kids, damn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was funny. And then Slater
That was pretty
eliminated
good.
Sheamus. That was funny as
Yeah.
hell.
How come
Yeah.
Ty Dillinger together get to be in the Royal Rumble? So if I just beat someone up, do I get to then have his spot in the Royal Rumble?
Yeah,
that seems unfair. I've seen it happen a
That's been
couple
happening
times.
since-
I mean,
Yeah.
I would.
That seems not at all legal. And
I just
like,
feel-
I'll be looking
Does
over
it
my
have to
shoulder,
be though?
like, wow.
I mean, all's
It's like
fair,
the 24-hour
right?
rule. You know what I mean? Like
No, it's not fair. It's
As
not
long as
fair at all.
I throw him over the top or pin him 1, 2, 3,
it's
it works. Doesn't matter how I get there.
it's WWE. Anything can happen.
I like Heath Slater was trying to get to the ring for like 20 minutes, and everybody that came in after him, pow, no.
Joey the
Oh.
Bull says I would run wild through those walls. I'm assuming that means he would take them out. I hope that's what he means.
Well, if he wears a red shirt, he does look like the Kool-Aid Man. So you know. what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
That was more like the Macho
That's
Man.
more like the
I would
Yeah.
be
Kool-Aid
I
Man
would be
goes,
very
"Oh, yeah."
impressed
Oh,
if Joey the
yeah.
Bull knocked a wall down. I mean, I bet he could do it, but I
If
would
you
be,
hook a
I would
chain
be
to
pretty
him, you
impressed.
can knock down the walls.
Keep
Keep it like a rag.
I'm very impressed he's not in
Oh my
prison.
goodness.
I like you, Joey the Bull. You're a step up from La Raza's last What was he? Their manager, their coyote or whatever. He smuggled.
Yes,
them
their
into this country.
coyote.
He was the one that got him into this country.
They're sponsored for their green
That
card.
is mean.
Who has abandoned them, apparently.
Yeah, but Joey the Bull picked him up. This Italian that's, I guess, Mexican. Or,
Okay.
I don't know, but you know.
Not
Hey, make me a tortilla.
Sometimes I wonder if you guys just try to be offensive.
Try.
I would never
We're
say
trying to,
things
like-
to provoke an emotional response from people and make them
I'm trying to
angry.
hold
That
back.
is
I'm sorry.
blasphemous.
No, well,
Allahu Akbar, veterans.
I'm s-
Allahu Akbar.
I'm sorry,
while
folks.
you guys are still tuning in,
This
be
is
sure
10
to visit our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. Give our Facebook feeds a like and a share if you would.
And now it's 10:01, so it's the after hours with Lunchbox and
Yes.
Azrael.
So we can
Yeah.
keep on going if you guys,
On
you
the
know,
night
want to keep talking with
Yeah.
us. But
I am
yeah,
totally
it's up
aroused.
to you.
Interlock hands. I was gonna say. Interlock hands.
Surrender
Why you guys
Oh,
gotta
my.
start being queer?
What? It's not queer because you're in the middle, so it's,
No,
it's not
that's
gay.
even worse.
What?
Aye.
What are you
That's
talking
a-
about? That's the
that's
rules.
like-
That's the
that's
rules
too
of the
much.
after hours. If as long
too
as there's a
much.
woman anywhere
Let's
in the
see.
vicinity, it's
Tony
not
Boy
gay.
says UEW should have luchadors versus Panda and mess up all the walls and chairs. Why does it have to be luchadors versus?
Sometimes-
Luchasaurus versus a panda bear was one of the greatest matches I have ever seen. I
Hey,
believe it was UIPW, and they did everything I could imagine.
Hey, you
You
know,
know what?
what?
I've seen them. They didn't work together specifically, but I saw them do in ring work in Vegas, and they were very impressive.
Tony boy, I'm gonna beat you up so
Yeah.
bad. You're gonna wish I didn't
Greatest
never.
match.
You're gonna wish I didn't never beat you
Joey
up
the
so
Bull
bad,
says he'll
Tony
be
boy.
here next week.
Greatest match was AOW,
Exciting.
Rudy Rogers and Sexy Chino
Oh my
versus
gosh.
Invisible Tag Team,
Sexy Chino's
and
so
they
funny.
lost to the Invisible Tag
That
Team.
makes sense.
And then they got a freaking
That's
tag
why
team
I'm
title
worried
shot.
for Fidel. You know, if people can lose against an invisible tag team, what if he loses against this
The
broomstick?
broom has no shoulders, Fidel. Rethink.
No,
Rethink.
Head
I
and
don't
Shoulders.
know.
Invest in some Head and Shoulders. It will work. The Lord R2 approves of this
I
message.
don't know if that counts.
It does
I don't-
count. It says it on the bottom. Head and Shoulders. There's shoulders. You count. It's in the rule book. Look it up.
Let's
Section
see. Caesar
2.
says only if Angel takes off that shitty jersey. Yes, take it off. Take it
You're
off.
talking about
Um.
a guy that wears freaking. He looks like an orange walking around in his Dolphins jersey. You know what I mean? Like, you
I
gonna peel that
mean-
shit off, son.
I don't know.
Show everyone that tasty inside of yours.
Now you're just, now you're just being.
Well, it is the after hours.
Let's see. Brian says sounds like a Tekken game can have pandas and luchadors. fighting."
Oh man, Tekken
It
was,
was
freaking
real
awesome.
though. I was sitting there and I was amazed.
They get you into that story, man.
You know, Tekken's been sponsoring like wrestlers like New Japan. So Tekken, if you ever see this, sponsor DI. We want to be characters in your game. We'll
Tony
beat the shit
Boy
out of
says,
King.
"LOL, I wish you would, boy." But he spelt wood WOOD.
Oh, he
Fucking
wants your
spell-
wood.
Oh.
Oh, this is not that kind of show, my
It
friend.
is after 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
If your sister comes along, I guess.
Yeah.
Tanya.
Make your way down to
Tanya.
Gun.
Is that her name, Tanya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got pretty lips, Tanya.
Let's see.
Let's see if them tonsils
Havoc
are just
says,
as good.
"Didn't his shirt Dolphins beat that shirt jersey team? What? Can you?" Makes
English
sense.
is very
Who's
hard.
who's in the Super Bowl and who's at home watching it, crying in their cock
I'm pretty sure you're at home watching it.
I'm sure all the Dolphins are in beautiful Miami, warm and cozy. You know?
I heard Miami's humid.
Joey the
and
Bull
nasty.
says, "If the Patriots lose, you should wear a tutu on the next show." I agree, and so does Caesar. He says yes, tutu. Okay, so we have to hunt up a tutu.
All right, well then, what do
Pretty
I
sure
get
the
if I
NFL is
win? If the
predetermined.
Pats win, what are you guys gonna
Probably.
do for me? Like,
What if you win?
Joey the Bull knows what he can do for me. What he
How
can,
about if
what
you
he
win?
can do? Hey, I want some extra oregano, if you know what I mean. And Caesar, I don't know. I don't
Havoc
want,
says his auto text won't let him say shitty.
and he spells it like that.
Nor
That's funny.
should it. Nor should you on the air.
Shot.
Very dirty.
Just say shot like Jibs from Sons of Anarchy.
Too much. You're too
Right,
much.
just saying.
Sons of Anarchy is a beautiful show.
It
Ruben
was.
Iglesias is a fan of Sons of Anarchy. Hello,
Oh,
Ruben.
yes.
Don't join the Mayans biker gang. It's bad for you.
Yeah, don't join any biker gang, Ruben. You're a good Christian boy. Keep it that way.
Speaking of TV shows, I heard Lucha Underground is coming back for its 4th season pretty soon.
We're available. We're very, very available. Call
They
my
start
phone.
filming in the next few months, right?
I meet your guys' criteria. Like, I'm kind of Mexican.
Me
I
habla.
don't think
He does
criteria.
lucha stuff.
Biblioteca, uno, dos, la playa.
Huevos con queso.
Mi
Jesus
pantalones
el
es
Grande.
muy en fuego.
Terrible.
El Gato.
Absolutely
I'm super
terrible.
Mexican.
Let's see.
Yes. See.
Joey the Bull
Blah,
says,
blah, blah, blah.
I will
See,
come in
see,
a
see,
dress
yeah.
on the next show. So either you have to wear a tutu or Joey the Bull has to wear a dress.
You gotta wear like a local. You have to wear something classy.
You know,
like,
that would be the
'cause
best
it's
thing
gonna be
ever.
Valentine's
Can this really
Day.
happen?
You know.
Agree to it.
I will agree to it. You want to do this?
I want to see this.
You don't want none.
Let's see. Tony Boy says it was real Luchadors versus Panda.
And I want
I'm a
Caesar to wear
witness
his
of that.
dress
And
too.
Dakota,
if
I
they lose,
told you,
and can
don't
make
you
that happen.
judge me. I never got my grade 12. Got kicked out of high school. Oh, poor Tony
You
Boy.
can make that happen.
Like, what happened?
Caesar wear a dress if the Pats
Let's
win.
see.
When the Pats win.
Caesar says blanket party.
Oh, he'll
Hi,
wear
Sal.
a dress. You're gonna wear a low cut one too. I'll give you a pearl necklace and everything.
Wait, are you going to provide the dress, though?
I don't know. We have to go to a maternity store.
That's mean. Oh, my gosh. Vicious. Joey,
I don't know, I see some
before
big
you
fries
said
in the
that,
holes in a
mind
shower
you,
curtain.
Joey said 100%, so he agrees.
Joey's gonna be able to find a dress? Or he can get Caesar one too?
It's just gonna be moo-moos.
Man, so vicious.
It's the
So
Tuesday before the
vicious.
Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like the competitive blood that's just pumping in me. I'm just talking shit on everything. And
So
everything.
now,
It's on.
if you're asked to work a show on Super Bowl day,
Nope.
do you always say no?
Hell yeah.
I would wrestle, yes.
Yeah.
He would.
I would
I am
wrestle
thirsty
too.
for victory.
But
I would wrestle
typically
too.
the Patriots are always in the Super Bowl,
That's
so I'm gonna have to.
You know, Tom Brady's so old. He's pushing 40. He's going to break his hip this year.
Well, he's already 40,
gonna
and he's
be the
already
end
in
of
his second Super Bowl straight in a
That's
row.
what I'm saying.
This
That's
is
gonna
his
be his
sixth.
last one.
This is his eighth
He's
Super
going to be like,
Bowl.
all right, I'm done. Have fun.
Nope, he
You
says
guys can.
he says at least 10 rings, and then maybe he'll retire. So that's he has 5, so
It's
that's
too
5
much.
more, at least 5 more
It's too
years.
much. I think we talked about football more tonight than we did about wrestling.
Well, it is Super Bowl week. Like the Royal Rumble was great and all, but now we got the Super Bowl coming through.
Joey the Bull says, I will borrow Tony Ray's pajamas.
You
might have to fight him for it.
I happen to know Tony Ray sleeps in nothing.
I was gonna
so,
say.
so you're gross.
The fact that you know that and I don't is very scary.
I've
When he has a bad dream, he comes running in. Hold me, Papa. I had a nightmare.
It's too much.
the bad man's coming. The bad
It's too
man's
much.
coming.
Oh my gosh.
He's in the closet again.
I dreamed of Mikey O'Shea again.
Oh, God.
He pinned
Oh my
me.
goodness.
1, 2.
No.
It is a very traumatic experience.
Now, okay, so Vince McMahon's relaunching the XFL, right?
We're gonna go to
Is
the
he gonna
tryouts.
use?
Oh, yeah.
Is he gonna use wrestlers in his
It's gonna be
XFL,
more
or
than
is it gonna
Los
be
Angeles
all football
Divine
players?
Intervention. It's gonna be. I think it's
I
gonna be
wanna know.
mixed. I think he's gonna have some guys who are just not working on TV and just be like, you better learn how to catch a fucking ball.
Pretty sure Roman Reigns is going over the XFL.
Oh, he's definitely getting
Defensive player of
he's
the
gonna
year.
get the MVP.
Roman Reigns.
XFL MVP award.
Let's
But
see.
he didn't play. That's what the fans want.
Caesar says he's going to break a hip. He sneaks in on him at night. I could. Let's see. And Tony Boy says, "God damn you guys, you made me forget I had a pizza in the oven."
That's what we do, baby.
Flip
And
your
we
hot
Burnt
burnt-
pocket.
pizzas.
He just burnt the S out of his dinner.
Hey, burnt pizzas are the best, so don't even trip, dog. You'll enjoy it.
Gabriel says no crossovers. Followed by Brian, he said, XFL players need to stand during the anthem. Havoc said only football players.
Well, obviously,
Yeah.
that's the whole point of the
Very
XFL
interesting.
coming back is because everyone's not standing. If you give me a pick and like $1 million contract, I'll stand up.
Well, sure.
I'll
Give
stand
me
up for
money.
any anthem you give me. You can throw the Canadian anthem, the American anthem.
It's only as if it's like a friend of the McMahons is in some kind of position of authority where he can cast disbursement on the NFL. Donald Trump, by the way, is a friend of the McMahon family.
He is.
That's true.
And
He's
I'm a
been in the
member of
ring
the
before.
Illuminati, and that's how I know.
Look at his skin
Prove it.
color. Look at his skin
I
color.
can pretty much, drive at will, and I have like 50 parking tickets, and
He's
I pay
like,
none of them.
How do you think I became a vampire?
Yes.
Let's see.
That's a rule.
Just to wrap up some of these comments, Havoc
Speaking of-
says they are not doing what they did last time, going to treat it like NFL.
Why?
It's gonna be. It's gonna be
Didn't
gimmicky,
it
hopefully.
fail last time? Maybe not doing it the same way again would be smart.
I say mandatory steroids. Mandatory for everyone.
Yeah, that would get the best. The
Oh my
best
goodness.
performance out of your wrestlers.
Hi,
But-
Austin. It's my little brother. He just started viewing.
Oh well.
We're about to wrap
yeah.
up. So
All right. So now that you're viewing,
you
we're
start
gonna wrap
viewing
it
right
up.
at the end of the show, bruh. Good
So
job.
we're gonna do what none of our parents could do and wrap it up. So we would like to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next Tuesday with hopefully some more special guests
Yes.
and actually proper.
Do we know any of our guests
Big
on the
heads.
next show yet?
I happen to know a special Jake Atlas is he's interested. I believe didn't he win SoCal Rookie of the Year something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it was on that somewhere.
yeah. So
And I
that's
won nothing.
you won SoCal's nicest palest vampire of the year.
I'll take it.
He
Yeah.
says he
Sexiest
was
vampire of the
busy
year.
gaming and YouTubing.
Who was? Well,
He was like, and then I realized you were live.
well, next time
Good job.
we're on at 9, so or whatever. I don't know what time that is over there.
Half an hour after
Oh,
Super
okay.
Green's bedtime. Go to bed, Super Green.
But Ma, 30 more minutes.
Oh my
He
goodness.
doesn't have a list, but he's a kid. So
All right.
well, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week for
Next week.
all of our great guests, and
Hopefully
thank you
you'll
for
be
the
in a
shade.
tutu. That'd be great.
No, I'm gonna be the most happiest clam in the deep blue sea because my New England Patriots will do me no wrong. Can I get an amen, brother?
Amen.
Can I get a-
What power, Tom Brady? Good fight and good night.
Let's cut it.
Oh, man.